Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have the Divine Feminine read for you this morning as well as my sand art, and I'll do oracle cards at the end and just a quick review of some masculine energy from yesterday. But there's lots of masculine that comes up in the feminine read, so it's usually a lot of masculine. So there's information for everyone. I'm going to get right into the sand art. Today is October 8th, 2018, the new moon. And what shall this new moon bring for us today? The energies are still a little tough, but it's okay. I feel good today. I'm just feeling the energy though. So you might want to take a deep breath as we start. Just a little quick clear. Let's clear all obstacles from harmonious permanent physical union for all true organic twins and their beloveds across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all is concerned. Transmute, transform, transcend and clear. And so it is. Thank you. All right, so for today, October 8, 2018, 8 is the Strength card. So it's all about the quiet strength. The 8, the infinity, the 0 point. Okay, everything in moderation. And then it's the, did I add that up wrong? No, it's the 29. Today is the 29, which is the 3 of Wands. So that's all about, the traditional card is about looking toward the future, you know, or waiting for your ships to come in, but I see it now as staying present. Okay, so staying present in your inner strength and balanced. I'm going to go right into the sand art. Everything I got from the sand art, which I just did, it wasn't late last night, it was just a little while ago. I saw false teeth, so I don't know if someone has false teeth, they're getting their teeth pulled, something like that. I was getting definitely dental work and x-rays being done. I also saw a theater balcony, so some people might be going to a show, but I'm also seeing a theater where everyone's getting ready to see the show, so it could be representative as well, to see what's going on with all this chaotic energy. I saw a 4D bridge, heart-to-heart communication, but through fangs, you know, so people's fangs are coming out. And remember, 4D is murkiness, you know, it's like purgatory. It's just that kind of heavy energy, just like what we're feeling. I saw this theater filling up, so lots of people coming in to see, and then beautiful tree of life starting to drop their leaves. And then I saw a beautiful lake. I saw growing new roots, and then some higher ups, maybe in a family, so like the family tree. It was a very strong, big family tree with lots of extended family, growing roots, and higher ups in this family taking a stand. I saw a big, like a round blade cutting through a family tree, so there's some kind of major disruption in this tree, a cutting away. As emotions are rising, interference comes up, as well as chaos and extended family issues. Some finding, I was seeing 2 family members hiding, and when I look close up, they look like 2 children actually hiding from the fighting, as more family members join in the fighting. And then there was a big flood of emotions. The foundation, and this was a huge tree and a huge foundation, so it was really strong, is now a family falling apart. The foundation is actually falling apart. Emotions rising to the top. I saw scrambling, and also somewhat being pecked at. So someone might be getting on your nerves because you're being pecked at. I also saw taking a nosedive. All different kinds of birds, all right? So this could reference to women too. All different kinds of birds, including dinosaur birds, coming to devour you. So this feminine energy, and I was getting that very much for the masculine yesterday as well. It's major, with this new moon, it was like all about feminine energy everywhere. Maybe the divine masculine kind of being overrun within a lot of female feminine or family members. And then I saw the family foundation completely gone. I saw Niagara Falls connection, maybe a jumper or a rock slide. Also heartfelt emotions on the U.S. side of the Niagara Falls. Also see Canadians scrambling. I saw a giant stingray, as well as X marks the spot. 3 lines down and a question mark. I saw a U.S.-Canadian feminine connection. Also adding sand or dirt to the U.S. side, or possibly it's just the beaches or sand dunes in the U.S. Also Canadians giving us a hand. I got Let Sleeping Dogs Lie. I got E.T. Phone Home. I got Hiking in the Mountains by a Lake, and there's rough waters. And it was like at the rough waters were only at like a conjunction spot, or a junction. There was rough waters there, and that could be like, and that just came to me, a dam somewhere where there's rough waters, maybe a dam breaks. An ET sighting, or a Mother Mary sighting, something like that. At a juncture or confluence, it could be this dam as well. I see gases being released. I also see campfires becoming emotional, as well as a leak. And then a plateau. And then I see a baby seal or a mongoose or some kind of unusual water creature, even like a Loch Ness monster, and bats. But any which way, I'm seeing some things causing leaks. And one of those leaks may be a gas line, and then a chain reaction, okay? And also someone making a mountain out of a molehill, and I also saw Hershey's Kisses, so somebody might be visiting Hershey. But I was just seeing like the machines that plop out the kisses. Also, I saw someone sitting on a mountain, like, you know, just getting away, and actually then I see a hang glider come right over this person and hit this person. So this person was taken down by like a hang glider or something like that in the mountains. Or it could have been an attack by someone, but it was just a single person sitting on the mountain. And then I see rescue efforts. I also saw spreading seed, like airplanes spreading seed or fertilizer or some kind of machines spreading a lot of this in the mountains. Okay, and then I saw extending mountain chains, or actually putting pipes through mountains. It could have been. So this is all the messages I got from the sand art. So a lot of stuff came through. And now I'm just going to get right into the feminine read. Let me tell you real quickly a little bit of the masculine energy from yesterday. I don't know why, but anthrax came up in the coding for the masculine yesterday. But I really felt it was something to do with just something spreading very quickly in a positive way. But it was just getting to the point of how quickly something can spread. Because I was getting about, for the divine masculine, needing to vibrate the abundance energy of the Empress, or the third energy, to the 17 of the star to shine their light. It's like 3 to 17. Energy of the heart and the emotions to the ith of the moon. So it's very much divine feminine, or just feminine energies of the new moon, like taking over for the divine masculine. Like, it's like he can't handle the feminine emotions of the new moon. They're so strong. Like the feminine energies are taking over. But this had to do with some unhappy family stuff, and it's actually resonating with some of what the sand art was messaging. I was getting the divine masculine's mother, maybe a block, or a mother-in-law is trying to block love. Dark mother energies were coming up as well. They come up in the reading, which I'll get to. But yeah, just some chaotic energy in the divine masculine's family, just in general. Whether it's the partner, the mother. But it's very much about, like, and it could be the feminine energies in the family too, trying to take over, and the divine masculine rebelling against this, finally, not allowing others to control him and tell him what to do. Okay, so today, and some of this might come up in this read too, and I'll show you the picture, the read from today. This is the read from today. Okay, for the Divine Feminine. Oh, was that? Yeah, okay. Okay. So, it was finished between 11:14 and 11:17, and the numbers that came up were, let's see, 2, 5, 9, also 25, 99, 52, and 4077. There were the major arcana were the Chariot, the Lovers, the Emperor, and Alchemy. And there was 5 swords and 2 wands. No cups and no pentacles at all, which is very unusual for the Divine Feminine, for either, to just have no of 2 suits. The only court card was the Knight of Swords, which is all about quick, can be harsh communications. It's very just about, sharpness of words and the truth. The truth rushing in. Okay, and from the codes, it was all about love. Plain and simple, it was all about love. I was getting information about a divine phony, and it was coming up as like someone too much in their head. I was also getting it could be divine phoniness or a divide. There's just phoniness coming up, but it had to do with someone being too much in their head, and like it's literally like Jesus being a fool in love. Okay, so it was like the Knight of Wands was coming up here too. It was like the Knight of Wands, rushing in passionately, but being in brain wars, being in his head space. But he's ready to take this leap of faith, but he's too much in his head. This is what I was getting. That it's all about Jesus being a fool in love. But also, since phony was coming up, be careful of people, not being truthful with you. Okay? They're not being of love in a loving space. Trust how you feel, not what you think, when you deal with people. Okay, very important. And when I put the coding in, the stuff that I was getting had to do, the first thing was from divigallery.com, was about Divi fonts preview, about different fonts. But it was about seeing all the timelines play out before actually deciding on one. It's like having a choice of all these different fonts to choose from, but then deciding and being able to see how they all are before you choose them, like all the different variations. It's like the preview of what will come. And don't forget, these are all timelines happening simultaneously, not in a linear fashion. Also, I got from elegantthemes.com along the same lines. It might take a little fiddling with the font size. So this literally talked about font as well. And it didn't have the word font in there. It might take a little fiddling with the font size and line height values to get it just how you want it, okay? Which ties in with the first one, okay? About making sure you look at all your options before you choose one. This is for the Divine Feminine, all right? Also, I got Math Antics, long division with 2-digit divisors. And this was from YouTube. And the date was September 24, 2015, which was very significant to me. And also, I was putting together that with the next entry, which had to do with 3 years and 100 days. So like I was getting 100 days from September 24th, 2000, this year, which comes out New Year's Day. Also in this Math Antics entry was duration was 11:17. And Math Antics had a number of views listed, 2975112 views, if anyone's interested in that. But I was really focused on the duration of 11:17, so that date might be important. But it was being shown as a time here. And also the date of September 24, 2015, plus 100 days, which ends up on January 1st, basically, 2019. Okay, and actually that day adds up to 14, which is very much about the angels. It's the temperance, but it's the angel. And that comes up for the for the twins all the time, the temperance card angel. So for the Divine Feminine, the read starts with the Queen of Cups in spirituality, as others are stealing from her or running away from her love. She is very powerful in full steam ahead. Blind justice, or faith. As we ascend, justice is served automatically. Remember, it's not your place to get justice. It's about having faith and allowing the universe to divvy out the justice as it sees fit. Okay, this is energetically the way it works naturally. Okay, and then I got a line from a song I wrote a long time ago for my son. All my love is with you. As everywhere the Divine Masculine goes, he now feels, and Spirit's connecting with me, the Page of Cups, pure, innocent, never-ending love. It's like with him. It's like his inner child now is always with him. All my love is with you. Okay? All my love is with you. I was talking to my son. Okay? So as the gate of this new moon opens and the full truth is exposed about the Fool, and when I went to write Fool, it wrote foot, so if that resonates with someone, let me know. The full truth is exposed about the Fool who took a leap of faith with his trusty dog, whose tail is no longer between his legs. All right, so they're both in their truth and they're both ready to roll. The King of Wands and his inner child are watching as the Divine Feminine Fool draws loyalty from others who are becoming empowered themselves. So the Divine Masculine seeing the Divine Feminines doing their work, and how others are actually, not treating them like they're crazy people, right? Okay. But they're actually seeing the work that they're doing and helping other people, okay? So again, watching as the Divine Feminine Fool draws loyalty from others who are becoming empowered themselves. As he continues to give to others who would normally betray him, or just others with a lot of pain, or possibly back pain as well. The devil's cover is blown, and all is exposed as the Divine Masculine's crown is cleared. Dark people and entities attached to the Emperor are fully exposed. Underlying codependency. An illegal kick to the right kidney, or a kidney punch, is out for all to see. As shady meets, like shady get-togethers, like two people hiding in secret or meeting in secret. Shady meets and hidden love affairs are targeted by stalkers, as well as cavity checks performed on those with nothing to hide. All things hidden will be exposed. And then patience comes up as underlying energy for the Divine Feminine. Liars, cheaters, and thieves, not seen at present, hidden by the young, inspired, but naive, the self-serving, and the weak. The devil, who attached himself to the Emperor to prey on the Emperor's weaknesses, and also the weak around him. Okay, so the Emperor may be controlling, but he does have good intent. The devil also attaches himself to the truth in order to manipulate the weak. Recently, implementing stubbornness and laziness at work, where no one is getting along, the Emperor is on the warpath, feeling weak, or dealing with a Leo who's on the warpath, using truth to manipulate others. The foundation for the Divine Feminine has to do with the full moon pull, bringing unions. But I was getting nights at home are destined with your lover, the truth of codependent twins. Yes, twins are by nature attached. We share parts of ourselves. The lack created in not being with your twin has created holes in which to fill your addictions. Your twin is actually a healthy addiction when you both are balanced and happy or content. Don't get hung up on terminology. Terminology is helpful, but it's also a hindrance, just like everything else. There's a light and a dark aspect. Moderation is always key. Centrally, and Spirit's still connecting with me, centrally the awakened but disconnected twins find satisfaction in being out of control or out of ego. Out of control means you can't control, which means you're letting go of ego. Here is where the devil breeds arrogance. In those leadership position, the twins are romantically tied to risk and passing on downloads. Those in hermit mode without their flame are overly focused on the specifics as opposed to allowing the free flow of passing along downloads. The challenge for the Divine Feminine is the brain wars, staying too much in your head, your own worst enemy, forcing your thoughts or will on others as opposed to expressing feelings that will keep you trapped. Okay, so expressing the thoughts is what will keep you trapped as opposed to expressing feelings, allowing them to flow naturally. Staying present to legacy and large family block of news, messages, and immature communication where the truth is cut off by the opportunity to make money. So be careful of your intentions, okay? You have to be authentic to who you are. That's why you can't follow in the footsteps of every other twin, because every twin needs to be authentic to their own specific personality, who they truly are. Now, the lover twins take a chance of downloads. Now the lover twins do the dance of downloads, allowing the free flow of information, inspired to new growth, communicating to those who may or may not hear according to free will, with the giving of information, allowing integration time to come more fully into love and find closure of a cycle, letting go of all the wounds and weaknesses. So be careful of family members trying to block your intent, what's best for you, okay? Don't fall into that trap of messages and immature communications, okay? And even if you don't react to them, don't start dwelling on what they're saying is, well, maybe they're right, Remember who you are and what your authenticity is. Yeah, so don't allow the truth also when you're doing your own work or your mission work. Don't allow the truth to be cut off by the opportunity to make money, because remember, it's always about your joy, what you enjoy doing, okay? Your authenticity, what makes you happy. And if it's something that you know isn't going to make you happy, but you think you're going to make more money, you need to think twice about that, don't you? Okay? You need to have faith. And it needs to be simple. You're supposed to be in your joy and fun, not working harder. So don't torture yourself or get down on yourself that you're making mistakes. You're not. There's nothing you need to do. The universe is going to guide you no matter what. Okay? Your job is to just find a way to stay balanced so you can stay in your joy and be happy and do the things that you love. Okay? So now the lover twins are supposed to do the dance of their downloads. Whether you're on your own or together, you're still doing it together because you're still in union etherically. Allowing the free flow of information, inspired to new growth, communicating to those who may or may not hear according to their own free will, which is okay, all right? Allowing them time to integrate and to come fully into love and find closure of their cycles, okay? Letting go of their wounds and weaknesses. So they may not be able to respond or hear what you're saying immediately, but you're planting the seeds to allow them to integrate this new information and start closing out cycles in their lives which are no longer serving them. So that's where the patience comes in. Not everyone's timelines are on your timeline, and you need to allow for that, okay? The downloads automatically pass to your twin as you receive them and pass on to others. Some are only for your twin, between you and your twin. And then I got to see legs. I'm like, what is it about the legs we need to see? And maybe you shouldn't be crossing your legs so much, but also is getting sea legs, you know, getting your sea legs, getting used to the rocky waters beneath your feet. But the rocky water to burn the past, okay, to allow it to wash away with the new passion in the 4D bridge, which is this difficult energy, one brick or block at a time, needing to actually burn bridges that are actually blocks to oneness. Because remember, a bridge is a human construct. It's a bridge from one side to the other, when it's really an illusion because we're all one. There is no other side. Burdens will fall away with reunions of two inner children in their innocence who just long for fulfillment and light instead of longing. Soon, there'll be, family cycles will complete where there is nothing left to shed light on. The damage is done, and the Queen of Wands looks away. So this is very much about the Divine Masculine, but it can also be a karmic in the Divine Feminine's life. So someone looking away after the damage has been done already, okay? After trying to fight and being wounded by the justice system. So this is about this Queen of Wands. Alright, so it's basically this soon, what's coming soon, with a family cycle complete. Like this, it's completely ended now. So the sham fam is no longer. There's nothing then left to shed light on for the messages that we're giving, okay? The damage is done, and the Queen of Wands looks away after trying to fight and being wounded by the justice system. So someone who is, all gung-ho and going forward and they're going to get them, they are now not getting what they wanted, okay? Now they're just getting more wounding by the justice system because they insisted on pushing their will on others. There is alchemy now. She had been warned but did not listen. This is this Queen of Wands energy. The Divine Feminine is in her thoughts or her meditation, in choosing the path of the King of Pentacles, all right, in order to master manifestation, holding on loosely and grounding to light and love. The cards that came up for the Divine Feminine have to do with playfulness, all right, so allowing your inner child to come out, and let your friends help you, okay? So if you're shy or you need it, let your friends help you, and let your friends help even if you're not. Just allow your friends to give to you just like you give to them when they need help. If you need help, call on a friend. But be playful. Have fun. Around the Divine Feminine, or how she's being seen right now, can be the Nine of Orbs, which is the suffering cycles. So going in and out of the suffering cycles, which we've been feeling a lot of this month with these very heavy energies coming in. We're just getting bombarded with light energy, which is very stressful on the body. It's not you. It's about allowing it to pass through. Feeling the difficult energy, all right, so you might get aches and pains, but knowing what it is, that it's not you, and that you don't have to feed into it in your mind, okay? It's like, it's showing that the Divine Feminine is being seen as in this energy after the Queen of Pentacles, representing the Divine Feminine, is tired, and she's upright, is tired of all of this transformation, okay? She's been willingly going through it, but also now tired of it. And most happy amidst family as she comes out of isolation, because these are people, no matter what their opinions are, these are the people who, and not everyone's family accepts them as they are, but these are the people that I'm talking about, the people in your family. And it doesn't have to be your birth family, but the people in your family who you're most comfortable with. So the Divine Feminine's coming out of her isolation to leave these suffering cycles behind and just going to the people that they trust most, the midst family that they're most happy or comfortable with, okay? Clear blocks of feeling weak from the past battles after finding joy without a lover. And it's just all about love, which is loving yourself and loving everyone else around you, the light and the dark, because everyone has a shadow side. It's not going away. We're just improving on it. Slowly but surely, we're all going to get there. But no one is without a shadow aspect, all right? It's not leaving us. We're just learning what it is, why that shadow aspect is there. But just like in meditation, it's not pushing that uncomfortable feeling away. It's going into it and loving it. That's your shadow side. So when you start beating yourself up, stop, find where the uncomfortableness or the discomfort is in your body, and go into it and love it instead of trying to push it away. This is just part of who you are. It's loving all of you just the way you are. Okay? At night, the lobster is only seeing his pearl. It's seeing his pearl that matches the beauty of the moon's light, not all this other female crap that's been going on around him. Setting the stage for a new life of a dream come true in union. Knowing the dark side of the moon is the only thing standing in the way of the Queen of Pentacles achieving her dreams. So instead of clearing the dark or pushing it away, accept it lovingly as part of you, as messages of the Dark Mother cannot penetrate the love bubble messages sent by your twin to your union. The narcissist loves himself, but holds back, and Spirit's been connecting with me for the past minute. The narcissist loves himself, but holds back or resists his true passions in his traditional commitments. The magician no longer fights or competes, but has found patience and balance, enough to take a leap of faith with a loyal friend. Okay? So it's bringing up these things, you know, the narcissist people. These are still people who deserve love, okay? Remember that a lot of what the narcissist is someone just loves himself above everyone else. But he has issues too. He's got blocks to clear because he needs to also allow other people in and to be patient and loving back, okay? So it's showing that part of his block, the narcissist block, is holding back his true passions. You know, he's built up this this look that would make him appear to be, you know, perfect in the eyes of everyone, like someone who knows it all, right? But he comes off as a know-it-all, and he doesn't see that part of it. He only sees that he's doing what he wants, but he's actually blocking some of his passions by doing this. And also the magician coming up, all right? That doesn't need to be the king of the mountain. Doesn't need to fight or compete. He just needs to go forth with his own loves, his own passions. That there's room for everyone to have the things they love. But he's found that patience and balance enough to take a leap of faith with a loyal friend. So, all in all, moving boldly to a lover via meditation by ending your pain cycles, the Emperor Twin, after his brain wars, alchemizes wounds and takes a risk to pass downloads with his twin along with guidance. Okay? So it's a really positive message here and very important. With these harsh messages, you can't get wrapped up in all of the discomfort, okay, and get in your head. So if you are physically uncomfortable, you know, that's why we need to meditate or go out for a walk and get fresh air, or get your body parts moving to release whatever's trapped in there, okay? So important. And to get enough rest and drink water. Okay, cheers. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you. You know, we all have these times of struggling with this difficult energy or just old thoughts, you know, that we thought we'd gotten past. And I'm not immune to all of this. I go through the same stuff. I tell you all the time I'm crying. Okay? It's just about going back to, you know, the point of the mission is it makes you feel good. You know, it's natural to you. When I do this stuff, I love getting my messages in the morning. I look forward to doing the cards and doing the messages. And I'm always surprised by them because sometimes you don't always get that many messages and I think it's going to be boring today. And then all of a sudden I'll be surprised again. It's really amazing the epiphanies that I'm getting. So it's a lot of fun for me. And the time passes so quickly. It's just like anything. Like any, you know, other creative things I'm doing. You know, I have a fashion certification, which I haven't done anything with because I had back issues, which I still have. So my back is much better than it used to be, but the worst part of it is the leaning, right? So brushing my teeth still bothers me, and doing dishes, all that stuff still hurts me because whenever I lean, that hurts. But it is much better, and so sewing I've kind of put it off because, you know, you do a lot of leaning when you're sewing. So that's one of the things, but also drawing, I use Illustrator that I got from that certification to do a lot of drawing and designs, which I'll come out with, and I'm also, you know, writing. And I've written about 9 chapters of a book. So you have to, and it's taking me forever to get through these things because I'm only doing them when I'm inspired to do them, okay? Because when you're not, you don't really get the best results anyway. So, but find the things that you love to do and try to focus on one thing at a time to keep it simple. And God knows I don't have all the answers. I can only tell you what I'm guided to tell you, okay? You need to trust your own intuition. Okay, and here's the Ascension deck. The Ascension deck. So for all the organic true twins, what is the guidance for us today? Everyone take a deep breath. Let out all the negative energy. Okay. At the bottom of the deck is Paul the Venetian, which is 37, which is the King of Cups. And the affirmation for that is I express myself creatively and harmoniously, which is what have we been talking about. Okay, and the card that came out is Buddha, which is 33, which is the Christ energy. So in this card, it's Buddha, but it's all the same, right? Christ, Buddha, it's all the same love energy. When you draw this card, Lord Gautama, who became the Buddha, is calling you to live in a state of peace, compassion, and enlightenment. You are ready to expand your consciousness to include all that is and to view the world from a higher perspective. You're asked to live in total harmlessness with all things. This creates safety for you, for all creatures will love you and feel safe with you. Your guidance is to remember that we are all one and to treat each person, animal, and sentient being as if they are a beloved part of you. The affirmation is, I am one with everyone and everything. Okay, so and that comes together with talking about the bridge, that there's no need for a bridge. And it also reminded me, which I forgot to tell you, I wanted to bring up about protecting yourself. Protection innately is in regard to fear. Okay, so when you're in your love vibration, in your high vibration, there is no need for protection because you're naturally protected. But when you fall, you are susceptible to dark energies getting in. When you cry or you get into low energies. So it is important not to fear it. You should never fear the dark. You are the dark, okay? There's part of you that is dark. And you know this, okay? It's not to fear the dark. It's to learn to keep your vibration high so that you don't have to deal with the dark, okay? But until that, you know, you should be protecting yourself with your intention and clearing your aura and your chakra layers every day, okay? To keep things clear and light. But not doing it because of fear. That's not the point. We're letting go of fear, not becoming more fearful. If someone's making you feel fear, then that's not something you need. If someone makes you triggered to purge, there's nothing wrong with that. That means something needs to come up to be released, so don't fear that either. But it's about, you know, just remember when you get confused, go back to the simplicity of it. It's either love or fear. Which category do you want to be in? Right? And then the justice. Do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? What's justice? It's truth and balance. All right? And truth and balance makes you happy because there's nothing to hide. There's no dark things. And don't forget that as well. The truth does set you free because having secrets is fear. It's dark energy. It's not keeping clear. So that's why you want to speak your truth, all right? And everyone does it in their own way, you know. You don't have to come on here and tell all your secrets. It's just about you being your truth and not keeping secrets that are keeping you in fear and blocking you, okay? And when you get confused, like I said, just go back to the simple things. Love or fear. That's all it's about. There's nothing you have to do. It's just the universe trying to get you to be happy and balanced and showing you that you get happiness through balance, staying at 0 point. But that if you have stuff to come up, to love that too. It's all part of you. As long as we're human, we still have that in us. The ability to go to one side or the other. Okay, so you're never going to be perfect, but it always helps to work toward your lighter half, right? But you love all of it. It's about forgiving yourself, forgiving others. You know, of course you're going to naturally judge things. You know, you've been living this way for a long time. But then when you do judge things, just go into it. See why ask yourself why it is that you judge that person that way. Don't judge yourself though for judging, okay? It's all part of it. Allow it all. I am one with everyone and everything. Okay. So then we have the past life deck. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Okay. Clear and align. Okay, we have Orphan and Egypt and Greco-Romans at the bottom of the deck. Okay, and that's very much the energy of the Colosseum and the light breaking through, you know, to transmute all that negative energy. Because that's like now. The energy we're feeling is like being in the pits in the Colosseum, right? That's exactly what it feels like right now. But it's just right now, and it will pass. It's allowing all of this dark energy to pass through you and see it for what it is, right? The card that came out first was an Orphan. All right, so again, abandonment and rejection issues. And Egypt. All right, so it's all about Atlantis and Egyptian timelines, okay? And feeling abandonment, right? I'm trying to let go of that. And when you feel abandonment, you know, that's when you need to meditate to reconnect to your higher self. Because when you're connected to God, Source, higher self, there's no abandonment. All right, that's when you're in bliss again and you realize that we're all one again. It's only when we're in the human mind that we feel that abandonment or rejection. So you need to reconnect to your higher self. Or just do something that connects you to nature, okay? Because that all, you know, balances you again. You know, go out and walk or jog or work out or just go play, okay? Do something with nature. Or take a bath, you know, with some nice salts. Okay, but it's bringing up these, you know, the very harsh Atlantean timelines. You know, when you're separated, when you're initially separated from your twin, you feel, you know, that's the, you know, the mother of all abandonments, right? Every time you were born, you were abandoned again when you come out of your mother's womb. So there's a lot of abandonment and rejection issues for all of us. And there's more, you know, with the justice and the humiliation and all that kind of stuff, but you know, it's also, it ends up being about feeling alone, and you really aren't alone. So that's the lesson here, and why you need to meditate and have a spiritual practice. This is the discipline that you need. Okay. And me too, okay? So, and Journey of Love, which is 4444. For Journey of Love, all right, clear and align. Clear and align. Okay, for the organic true twins. What is the advice for us today? Look, nope. What is the advice for us today? Take a deep breath, everyone. The bottom of the deck is Sensual Awakening, which is number 64, which is the 10 of Swords. It's about letting go of the pain cycle and finally ending it. Okay? That's the underlying energy, you know, what we feel, this heaviness. That's the Sensual Awakening. 64, which is a 1. That's very masculine energy. And then the card that came out is Distant Shores. Right? Isn't that what we're talking about? Bridging. If something's distant over the waters, it's supposed to need a bridge, but we're all connected, so we don't need that bridge anymore, right? It's number 18, which is the moon. It's about the female energy, just like I said. And in this picture, there are 4 moons. It's very intense feminine energy, which is what the Divine Masculine's feeling. He's feeling overwhelmed by the feminine energy around him, taking over everything. Instead of him now learning to bring out his own feminine energy and follow his own advice, okay? Instead of listening to everyone around him, telling him what to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, there's 4 moons. Huge moon energy. But I like this card. It's very much the green and the purple that I see. It's my standard third eye colors of the green and the purple together, of the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, working as one. 18 distant shores. And they're beautiful colors in this picture of the greens and the purples. And the whites. The white light. And that's the last song of my song. I'll teach him of the white light. Teach him all I know was a song I wrote to my son. I'll just turn out the light and say good night. Good night. Good, meaning good. Good night. Okay, so we're going to read that one. Number 18. All right. Your soul is yearning for more. The divine is all, and there are no limits to what can be experienced by the soul. The soul is so hungry for divine reunion that it will seek out whatever is needed to get there, even if that means journeying to strange or exotic shores for expanded experience, and Spirit's connecting with me. You may be feeling this soul impulse as an urge to travel, to try something new, to let go of the limitations of your mind and how you see your current life, and to begin to see the new in what was once familiar. The art of the passionate soul is to be able to see that which is new and fresh, even in what is known, though sometimes, and Spirit's connecting again, we can use the help of a fresh vista to inspire the mind to open and the heart to be ready to receive more. It's time for you to reach the distant shores that are calling to you now, beloved. Don't pack your bags with too much, though. You'll travel light and easy with less baggage, and you'll need plenty of space to receive that which is new. This oracle brings you a message. You'll benefit greatly from travel right now. You may travel through the mind, reading journals of faraway lands or times, or watch a film that transports you. Moving your body to a different place is another way. Bringing fresh energy by unplugging you for a short time from what you know to plug you into a different circuit so that you may receive different energy. So when the opportunity to travel arises for you soon, whether it be a jaunt far away or a day in a different place, take it. Don't worry if it doesn't seem practical. The divine is so much more important, intelligent, and capable of genius than what mere logic would have us believe. And the poem reads, I waited for dawn, not wanting to go, but knowing I soon would have to leave. I waited for the first light, listening, joining with you on each breath and each exhale, and Spirit's connecting. I watched as morning came and you gently stirred, knowing our love was not measured in time, not the minutes that quickly passed or the hours as departure approached. How I wanted to linger, how I wanted to tell you that this moment would last forever, and whisper one more time, I love you. And then you held me and said it first, and goodbye no longer mattered. Okay. So it's that knowing for the twins that once you come into union, none of all of this that you went through is going to matter anymore, because you both know that you love each other, and it's always been. but it's just that needing to take that first step. But it's also about getting a new perspective on everything, you know, do something different, or just watch a movie. It can be as simple as that. But if you want to take a trip, take a trip. Like I said, and that came up yesterday with Florida. So, and I have a trip planned for Thanksgiving for my daughter, but, you know, so it'll be a nice time away. But I was even thinking about something else, you know, sooner than that. So, anyway, whatever your thoughts are about that, go with it. And I'm going to pull one more general card for you guys. Okay? Clear a line. Clear a line. Clear a line. Okay, so what is, just one more card for advice for the Organic True Twin Collective. What is the advice? What is the advice? Okay. So the bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands reversed. Okay. That's the underlying energy of looking back. So if you're feeling defeated because you've been looking back, because you've been in your head, don't do that. The cards that came out have to do with the Three of Cups and the Strength card reversed. You know, feeling weak because of overindulgences, or feeling weak because of a third-party situation. Okay, it's about turning that this way. Okay, to go into joy, find your strength, and be joyful. You know, this is the one time where someone's telling you to be strong and just go have fun instead of suffering. Okay, it's saying you're just feeling weak because of these energies. Okay, and then you know, for the Divine Feminine, they overindulge a lot into their sorrow emotions, or someone might be in their anger emotions, or someone might be drinking or doing drugs or shopping too much, or whatever your overindulgences are. Okay, or eating too much ice cream like me. But saying to be, you know, to allow your weaknesses, it's okay. All right, it's just who you are, and don't beat yourself up about it. But it's just the universe asking you for this. Okay, come together with others in love and find joy. Okay, and with that, I'm going to sign off. Drink your water, get your rest, and get some exercise, and rise and be loved. Take care, guys.